pertaining to illiteracy?
Illiteracy?
Yes.
Okay, let me talk about...
Use Western Kenya as an example.
Let me use Western Kenya as an example.
Yeah, because...
illiteracy is... I would want to talk about illiteracy. When somebody has gone to school a little bit and is not very educated, we'd call him what? A bit educated.
You remember the figures they gave? The figures they gave, they said, on an average, in this country, we are dealing with people of an average of class 4. True.
So what happens is that...
On an average, really?
The illiteracy rates are very high. I would talk about areas, but it depends with the areas. You go that, like I know areas, like where I come from, where the activities that take place there have really affected going to school. What people do normally, a lot of people are involved in a lot of planting of bangi. Yes. It has really affected people's children. They don't think beyond smoking bangi. They don't go to school. Nobody is talking to them about them. The government is not thinking of even sending guys around the villages to talk to the parents and educate them and talk to them about the importance of education. Then we have that group of guys who have managed to go to school up to Form 4. I hear parents telling me at least I've encouraged my daughter at least to reach Form 4, and then probably she can get a good man and marry her. You see, I met a girl, for instance, who told me she had finished her education, Form 4, but she had passed exams and doesn't have money to go to the university. And I asked her whether she had been admitted. She says yes, on a regular program. I'm like, so why don't you go? She's like, I don't have money. I'm like, but what about the higher education loan board? She's like, but who will pay? My mom can't afford. I'm like, who tells you you're supposed to pay? This is a higher education loan which is actually supposed to be for everybody. She's your right.
Absolutely.
She's like, I don't even know how to apply for it, because now the higher education loan board has decided for you to apply for that loan, you have to do it. You have to sit on a computer somewhere. She's like, we don't even have computer where I live. There's no electricity, so I have to travel probably, I don't know how many times. I don't have transport to go and look for somewhere so I can register, get a PIN number, because the procedure is very long.
Yes.
I'm telling you guys, are not exposed at all. People are very behind. People do not know their rights in this country, and people are making it more technical. I would not think the higher education loan board should have made this thing happen now. Maybe later, slowly.
Why?
There are guys who cannot be able to access computers now. There are guys who cannot be accessed.
So get that information.
Yeah, they cannot get the information. How are they supposed to be traveling from deep down in the village to go and look for where they can find a computer to sit down and apply for a PIN and then apply for the loan? Because that is the only way you can do it.
The solution?
I think they should come up with a way that they can do it on hard copy. Go to the school and tell guys you can go back to your school and apply. Literally, physically, on a piece of paper. Even if you don't have a computer, it doesn't have to be done on a computer. So that even our children who would like to go to school come to school, not just the children of other people in Nairobi who are exposed and have all these things out there.
Exactly.
And that used to happen. That used to happen. During our time, that's what used to be.
Yes, but now you have to go to
schools.
But now you have to go sit on a computer, apply, put your ID number, then you have to keep checking, then you have to keep following up. And then I'm told now, even the higher education loan board is given to guys who are going on what is it called? This one where you go privately.
Yes.
They can actually pay for parallel program. But do you know that people up country do not know that? They know that for as long as you've not been admitted on regular program, that's it for you, you're dead.
So where is the disconnect?
Yes,
where is it?
That's where it's coming in.
There is a disconnect.
The disconnect is that we usually come up with very good policies without proper legal and institutional framework.
Exactly.
That is the challenge. We have very flowery policies, but we don't have the necessary institutions to implement those policies.
And they don't involve the right people.
And we don't have, and sometimes again we lack that legal backing. You know that policy does not really compel government to release funds.
Yes.
If you legislated on it, if it's founded within very strong legal frameworks, then you realize that there will be clear fund allocation to it, budgetary allocation for funds to the particular program, and that way you will be able it will be able to be supported.
Absolutely.
Then institutional support as well. And when it comes to institutional support, the challenge we have again is we have a disconnect between the policy makers and the implementers.
That's right.
It is most of these institutions are headed by political leaders. Now, a political leader will easily want to frustrate a very good policy, much as it's popular, because of his personal interest.
True.
And that has been there.
True.
Let's come down to the slum upgrading.
Let's housing.
Let's come to housing. That's where the challenge comes in. The Sinai tragedy. It was bad. Everybody accepts it's bad.
It was bad.
Before you go, can I just say what people are,
yes,
because that was going to be my next question. By the way, we're speaking to Pamela Mutami and Sudi Wandabusi, young men who are professionals in their own right in terms of what they do. He's a lecturer at Inorero, and she, of course, a tax legal expert. Did I say that correctly?
Ernst & Young.
At Ernst & Young. Did I say tax legal?
Yes, that's
I said that correctly. I did.
Yes.
So your questions on 2442. That's 2442, and of course on our Facebook page. That is. Power Breakfast Show. Also throw us a line on our Twitter account, which is at power_breakfast. So yes, because that was going to be the next question. So here we are in terms of tragedies, and Standard did a beautiful article. Disasters waiting to happen.
Exactly.
We've seen scenarios where now people are saying, look, I mean, we have issues in as far as land. Where do we get land? People are saying, no, I mean, poverty makes people do strange things. I mean, until you construct, houses underneath power lines and on top of fuel lines, if you may. So where is the problem? People will blame one and say you never learn. You never learn. You never learn from calamities. People are saying, government, is mandated by the constitution to provide housing for its people. But there are challenges, or is that the scenario?
There are major challenges. They're major. Jim, let me ask you: have you ever been under pressure, like proper pressure on the wall? You do not know where to start from. You wake up one morning, somebody's telling you, actually, this house you've built it on a power line. You have to move away. And you're like, my goodness, where do I start with it? These 8 children. Probably my husband passed on. What do I do? Then a politician comes and tells you, who told you to go? Stay. Where are you going to? What do you need? What don't you have? Is it food? Money is here. Stay here. If anybody comes to ask you to move out of here, call me. This is my number. And I'm going to get bodyguard security to stay here. Nobody should come from anywhere to stay here. If you see them, pick stones, throw at them, chase them. Surely. Really. There's a very major disconnect, my dear.
Which is what?
The leader that you normally see on TV, who everybody adores and votes for, is telling you don't move. Then some man from some Kenya power place you've never seen comes to tell you that you have to move. Hello, who do you listen to? After all, my MP said I should not go. Why should I go? Why should I listen to you? Who the hell are you? How do you add value to my life?
So where is the
So, man, I don't know. The political thing has really affected the implementation of many of these policies that we have come up with. Politicians have really affected this implementation so much.
Maybe I could also throw in something. This is a very passionate issue, because you say that Standard did a very good article.
Beautiful.
But so did someone do a very beautiful article way back in 2009 about the Sinai tragedy.
Yes. Oh my goodness. Yes.
So that is where the problem is. That this government has become a government of reactions. We react. We do not act. No one is going to act on the disasters waiting to happen.